Hello everyone and welcome back to Randomised Gaming, and as always for this video I will be your host, Random Gamer Riven. So we have another indie impressions video for you this week, and we're going to be looking at Tilesweeper. Now, we showed a gameplay video the previous week. Partly that was because I have had a staunching cold and I didn't want to release a video where I was coughing and spluttering and sneezing all over the mic. So this is Tilesweeper. It is basically a tweaked version of Minesweeper, and it was developed by IEVO Studios, or IEVO Studios. I may or may not have got that pronunciation correct. Just to confirm, as always, IEVO have kindly provided us with a Steam key to look at the game. However, we at Randomised Gaming maintain full creative control of the video. So that's the usual disclaimer. And just before we begin, I'm going to have to start prodding people a bit more to hit that like button. Please do. If you enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it does help us in the rankings. And if you don't enjoy it, you are of course entitled to hit the dislike button. But if you do hit the dislike button, please tell us why you hit the dislike button. Because otherwise we've no reason if you did or didn't like the video, and as often people hit the wrong button or have some slightly odd reason for why they're disliking the video. Just because you don't like the game doesn't mean you should dislike the video. So Tilesweeper is Minesweeper. And do I need to introduce Minesweeper to anyone? Probably not, but for those who don't know, it was a Microsoft developed title. Some questions about the origins of what games it was based on, but it originally appeared, I believe, in Microsoft 3.1 Windows, or at least it was first given away 3 in Microsoft 3.1 Windows, and it was subsequently given away in 95, 98, XP, etc. up till Windows 98, which had it as a free download app on the store, and the same with 10. There's a all spanking, all dancing 3D version they did as well. And there's also a version even on Google these days. If you type in Minesweeper, you get a 3 little version on Google. This, however, technically is not Minesweeper, as it is called Tilesweeper, but it's a complete homage to the game. But it's got a number of different changes that make Tilesweeper certainly a little bit more interesting than just the standard version of Minesweeper. So Tilesweeper itself comes packed with the classic 9x9 table modes. It also has the 16x16 and the 30x16 if you want that classic random gameplay. However, what it offers differently is the game has a number of themes. Now, at the minute, there's only a castle theme available, but each theme, I believe, will come with stages, and each of these stages is actually very cool because they each have their own unique and different design. So they've got, one of them's got like a paving stone in the mountains, you've got other ones side different sizes, and it's quite nice to actually play different fielded maps that aren't just the standard square grid. In fact, one of them's quite a curvy, twisty, twirly path. You've got like one that's like a massive X, and a few other variants. It's actually really nice. I really like this type of design here because it makes you think. Some people do criticise Minesweeper because there is an element of random luck occasionally with some of the harder puzzles. But if you don't know it, basically the objective is to clear all the tiles and mark all the bombs without clicking on a bomb. If you click on the bomb, they explode, and we'll click on a mine, I should say, because that's why it's called Minesweeper, and basically the whole thing blows up and you have to start over again. So suffice to say, if you're doing a epic grid of like the 30x16 one, the last thing you want to do is click on the mine when you only have 2 tiles left to reveal. So the one slight downside with Tilesweeper, as I did see a number of people mention, and I noticed myself, there's no tutorial, so you do need to know the basic rules of Minesweeper. They are fairly straightforward. Left button basically reveals the tile, and you can press the right button to place either a flag on it to show that you know there's a mine there, or you can use it to place a question mark that means you're still not quite sure. Incidentally, you only need to flag every square with a mine on it in order to win. So even if you don't click on every tile, you can, however, flag every one and then you will pass the stage. So Tilesweeper really is an all-singing, all-dancing version of Minesweeper, and graphically it looks absolutely lovely. And there's some really nice music as well playing in the background that really comes across as sort of epic fantasy music, and it bizarrely actually feels like it should be part of like some sort of epic action RPG, but instead it's being used in Minesweeper, and it's actually really nice to listen to. And it's quite nice to have this ambience, because traditionally Minesweeper, certainly you saw on the Microsoft versions, was just a very dull screen and no real, just odd sound effect, and that's it. Here you've got music, you've got sound effects, you've got plenty of animation going on, such as in the outdoor stage, you've got birds flying around. In the indoor castle one, you've got rats crawling around. So there's some real love here and some real nice animation that really livens it up. And I actually found this far more engaging than I did the original version of Minesweeper. And trust me, I mean that, because literally the first time I played it, I ended up playing for about 3 or 4 hours straight and not realising so much time had passed. I'm like, yes, so this is actually still a very good game. So if you enjoy Minesweeper, is it worth picking up something like this? Well, this is on Steam and it is a really all-singing, all-dancing version of the game. And I must admit, I find the presentation much more professional in this than I do sort of the original versions of Minesweeper. Now, while there are lots of clones out there, for $3.99 this is priced at. This is a really good price, and it's a really good looking version of Minesweeper that will just keep you playing and playing and playing. If you like the Minesweeper format, you'll probably already be clicking on that buy button. If you haven't played Minesweeper, then this is probably a good way to go. Certainly if you want to trial one, just try the old sort of free Google game. Then if you like this, if you want a proper version on Steam, supporting an indie developer, then pick up Tilesweeper. It's a very nicely made game. And I mean, you can rotate the camera angle with the mouse buttons, but I actually use the WASD keys to move around. I found moving around with the mouse was a little bit uneasy with the fact that you're having to use the same button that you're clicking on to reveal the tiles, but I found using the WASD keys made it a much smoother experience. So it's a really nice looking game, and it's basically a really well put together version of Minesweeper. There's not really more I can say. If you like Minesweeper, you're going to like this. If you haven't played Minesweeper, then certainly have an investigate at this. And if you don't like Minesweeper, well, you're probably not going to like this. But if you want a version of Minesweeper that looks really nice, then Tilesweeper is certainly one to pick up. Played really well. I had no crashes or any bugs or anything like that. I was actually really impressed with this. And that's really it. There's not really much more I can say. So as always, I have been your host for this Indie First Impressions, Random Gamer Riven, and as always, you know what to do. You can like this video, you can subscribe to our channel, and you can hit our notifications button as well. I'll also be recently, now that we've gained the community tab, you may have noticed the other day, we will be including community updates, so I will be putting video updates in there to see if we can get a bit more traction to help our viewers realise when our new video's out and stuff like that. So thank you for watching, and Tilesweeper, as I said before, is available on Steam for $3.99. Links are in the description.